I totally agree, but I think it's probably a bridge too far short term to get military folks there. But where I think this is where another place I think we can bring, private equity and there's companies out there like Sargon Heinrichs
Right.
Cod, right, or KVG. These folks that go into these austere environments and they set up services and they specialize in hiring locals and teaching them what they don't know, if they don't already know it, how to do that. And they keep those contacts there and their boots on the ground there. And when they have to flex, they go there, they activate their teams, and they're able to move and to spread that logistics hub or set up those services in those austere locations. I think those.
In Palau, the U.S. Navy has a hard enough time building ships, let alone upgrading ports, right? We've learned in the Philippines how to bring in the private sector in terms of Subic Bay in a meaningful way. In Palau, on a much smaller scale, we're doing the same. There's private sector companies, logistics and construction-based companies that understand the needs of the Navy to have some wharf improvements, some warehousing, other activity that the Navy can't do, or not at least economically. But the private sector can come in, win the contract, improve, lengthen the wharf, improve the port systems, and the Navy then can access these places. That's what's taking place in Palau right now. It also means larger commercial shipping can use the same facilities. It means, more connectivity between Palau economy and the global economy. It's the benefits are multiple for all of us. And their private sector and companies are playing a really, really key role that the government of Palau can't do. The private sector in Palau is partnering with these companies to get the job done. And that is the model, I think, that we need to see replicated in a lot of places across the Pacific. It's a successful one.
John and Matt, Nauru was in a very similar spot when we faced an issue back in 2012 and 13 here in Australia with people seeking asylum in Australia. The government set up a facility on Manus Island in Nauru. Orphan Nauru needed full remediation. We went and set up water treatment plants and temporary warehousing while temporary facilities were built for asylum seekers. Challenge that we faced, the Australian government weren't allowed to negotiate with the landowners to place the water treatment plants, all the warehousing on their site. So they came to the contractor to negotiate with the landowner. Now, in Nauru, for one little block of land to put a water treatment plant on, we had to negotiate with 40 different families, 40. And some of them were based in Hawaii, some were in other Pacific countries. It was a task. It was such a mammoth task. But the outcome of it was those local families got jobs operating the water treatment plant. They got jobs doing security for the water treatment plant. Same with the warehousing. And the belief in what we were doing for the locals far outweighed anything else. They really bought into the program because we were there for the long term to help them with their jobs and their prosperity. So is similar in Palau, John, with issues with landowners?